Okay, okay, yes, yes, yes. Ha. Okay, sir. Yeah, one is there. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Let everybody in. Then we will start the session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody is in now. So, Steve Simon.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're there. So, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
So, I am Hemant sir, and I am your science teacher. Manish sir is there? Manoj sir?
Yes, sir.
No, he didn't join.
No.
No, sir.
He's having other meeting, sir.
Okay. So, I think everybody is in, nobody is in waiting room. So, shall I start the session? So, you are 10th class student, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, your exams are on the way. You will face soon, right?
Sir, actually, I completed my 9th of month ago, so I have just started my 10th
Okay,
grade.
you started 10th class. Okay, yes. So you will face your 10th examination next year. All are CBSE or somebody else from their from state
Me
board?
too, sir.
Okay. So I think we had to start. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. One note. Yeah. So I think we had to discuss about something basic before going to start our chapter. Okay. So our first chapter is chemical reaction and equation. Okay. So we had to discuss about some basic points before going to start our lesson. Okay.
Sir, what about the chapter we started before you joined this tutorial, sir?
Which chapter you have started?
Light, sir.
Light.
Physics.
Okay.
This is
Physics.
Physics.
So I will cover most of the part of your biology, chemistry, and few part of physics also. Okay, if I'll get opportunity to teach physics, then I'll teach physics also. Okay, but I have selected in your institutions to teach biology as well as chemistry. Okay, but I can teach physics also. If I'll get opportunity to teach physics, then we'll also continue with physics. Okay, so today we will have to understand about the basics to understand our first chapter. Do you have any question? So shall we start our basics of first chapter?
Yes.
Okay, so today we will discuss about the basics of chemistry. Okay, see, in basics of chemistry we have to discuss, you can see my screen also now, this whiteboard that I have written over here, basics of chemistry. Are you able to
Yes,
see?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And what about the sound? Am I audible, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, see, in everyday life, starting from the early morning when you woke up till we are going to sleep, means whole day till we are going to sleep, there are various chemical reactions taking place around us. Is it? Like we have biochemical reaction starting from the digestion of food, assimilation of nutrition, okay, and complete oxidation of food inside our body is nothing but all are the biochemical reaction. And around us, like we are cooking the food is nothing but again a change. Okay, so there are two types of change taking place around us. Okay, so first we have to understand what is change. So what is change? What is change? Change is when one form of some substance, when one form of substance converts into other form is other form is called as change. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Like you are cooking food, first we are going to, when we are going to cook the food, rice have to be cooked, where the complex substance they are breaking down into the simpler form so that the digestion and absorption of food becomes easy. So this is again a change. Okay, so whatever, like if we are cooking the rice, then rice is one form, then the cooked rice is another form. That means there is also the change taking place. Okay, so everything around us there is something change happens, means there is maybe physical change or chemical change. So we have divided change in two parts. One is physical change. Physical change. Physical change includes change in shape, change in shape, change in size, change in volume, change in state of matter, including we have like solid state, we have liquid state, we have gaseous state, and another state we have called plasma state. You know that, is it? Do you know plasma state is
No, sir.
it is the fourth state of matter. Okay, we will discuss in detail about the plasma state also. Okay, so when a solid converts into liquid form, or maybe solid convert into directly into gaseous form, is nothing but the change, and this change is called as physical change. So any change that takes place in shape or size or volume or in a state of a matter is nothing but the physical change. Okay, physical change understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now another type of change, which is the chemical change, or here see, physical change is also called as temporary change. Temporary change, like if you are putting water bottle in your freezer, will convert from liquid to solid state. That means it is a change in physical state of a matter, in which the substance from liquid state converts into gaseous state, solid state. That is nothing but the change in state of a matter. So it is a temporary change, because when we will that put ice into at the room temperature, will again convert back into the liquid state. That means it is a physical change. Okay, so that's why it is also called as temporary change. Okay, so another change we have, which is a second type of change called chemical change. Chemical change. Okay, So what is chemical change? Any idea about chemical change?
Permanently.
Huh?
They are permanent. They are
Yes,
Change in
yes.
salts basis.
See, physical change is temporary change. So chemical change is permanent change. Yes, it is permanent change. See, what are permanent change? See, if milk, due to the effect of heat, okay, milk converts into the curd. So we can convert back into the milk? No. That means when milk converts into the curd, age leads to the permanent change. Okay, we cannot convert curd back into the milk. That's why we can say milk, so when converts into the curd, is a permanent change. Okay, so what happens generally? You know, the milk is sweet in taste. You know that?
Yes, sir.
Sweet in taste, because milk contain lactose sugar. Lactose sugar. So due to the effect of lactose sugar, milk tastes sweet. Milk tastes sweet. And in milk also contain lactobacillobacteria. Lactobacillobacteria. You know that lactobacillobacteria?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So lactobacillobacteria have capacity to convert lactose sugar into lactic acid. See, lactose sugar is converted into lactic acid. Wait a second. Lactic acid. Okay. So who is converting lactose sugar into lactic acid? Lactobacillus bacteria, because they have capacity to convert lactose sugar into lactic acid. Okay. And we know acids are sour to taste. Sour in taste, and sugar are sweet in taste. Sweet in taste. So that's why milk tastes sweet, but curd, see here we have curd, taste sour. So why curd tastes sour? Because lactic acid is present there. Okay, that's why the curd tastes sour and sour. Okay, so we can say when lactose sugar get converted into the lactic acid due to the effect of lactobacillobacteria. Okay, so it is the permanent change, and we cannot convert lactic acid back into the lactose sugar of the milk. That's why it is the permanent change. So we had two main types of change. One is physical change, which is temporary change, and another is chemical change, and which is the permanent change. Okay, so I hope you have understood the change, physical as well as chemical. Understood, everybody?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
do you have any doubt or any questions about the change that taking place around us?
Sir, can you tell me about plasma, sir?
Plasma. Okay, see,
Yes, sir.
plasma, when we heat heat matter at a high temperature, when we heat matter at a very high temperature, very high temperature. Okay, so the particles of matter, then the particles of matter get ionized. Get ionized and acquire capacity to conduct heat and electricity. That state of matter, is called as plasma state. Okay, so this is all about the plasma state. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So at plasma state, any matter converts into the ionized form. What is mean by ion? The charge particles. The charge particles are called as ions. So we had two types of charge particles, positive and negative. So positive ions are called as cations and negative ions are called as anions. You know that? You know? Or
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
okay, why positive ion and negative ions are called so? Like positive ion, why they are called as cation, and why negative ions are called as anion? Any idea about it? Any idea? Or you need?
Sir,
Uh-huh.
I'm making a guess. Is it from a Latin word?
See, I'm just making you understand. You will won't forget ever. See. So our question is, why positive ions are called as cations and negative charge ions are called as
Sir, I think
uh-huh.
positive ions have negative charges.
Let me explain now. Are called as anions. See, why positive ions are called as cation and negative charge ions are called as anions. Okay, so this any idea you have? What's your name? May I know your name?
Sir, they teach me in 8th class, sir. This one.
Okay. Then, what is your name?
Ashish, sir.
Ashish. What is your question, beta?
Sir, no question, sir. I didn't ask question.
Okay. So see, you know the electrolytic cell. See, this is the electrolytic tank. Electrolytic tank. We are discussing about electrolytic electrolysis process. Okay, so in electrolytic process, or we can say electrolytic cell, we had two electrodes are there. It is one electrode and in it is another electrode. Positively charged electrode is called as, it is positive charge electrode and it is called as anode. And it is negative charge electrode. Negative electrode is called as cathode. Okay, and they are connected with external source of electricity. See, this long vertical line represents the positive terminal of cell and negative, let's see, there is a small vertical line represents the negative terminal of the cell. Okay, here we are putting one key so that accordingly we can switch on and switch off the supply of current. So see, this is this electrode is connected with the positive terminal of the electrode. That's why it is called as anode. And this electrode is connected with negative terminal of the cell. That's why it is called as negative electrode or cathode. Understood? Wait
Yes,
a
sir.
second. Hello, Manoj sir. Hello. Manoj sir was online. Okay. So see, suppose we have taken electrolyte over here. Like we have taken aqueous solution of NaCl. You know NaCl salt that we are using every day in our daily diet. Okay. So NaCl is nothing but the salt, sodium chloride. Okay. And when we will dissolve in water, NaCl breaks down into positive ion and Na positive ion and Cl negative ion in aqueous form, AQ. Okay. Wait a second. Manoj sir is online. Hello. Manoj sir. Okay. Wait a second. So notification is not coming. Yes. To and no, sir, it is not popping. I had to.
Sir, you're mute.
Can everybody see the screen?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Let me share once.
We are not presenting.
Now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where were we? We are discussing about the electrolytic cell. Okay. So it is the electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. So electrolytic cell contain, this is positively electrode called anode and negatively charged electrode called cathode. And here we have taken electrolytic solution where NaCl is used as a electrolyte. Okay. So when NaCl dissolve in water, it's break down into Na positive ion and chlorine negative ion. Sodium positive and chlorine negative ion. Is it? Okay. That means here we have positively charged ions as well as negatively charged ions. Here we have positively charged ion as well as negatively charged ions. Okay. So when we will switch on the key, okay, this is a tap key. When we will switch on, so what will happens? Opposite charge ions, okay, like positive charge ions will attract toward the negatively charged electrode and negative ions will attract towards the positively charged electrode. Is it? Is
Yes,
it or
sir.
not? Okay. See, these are nothing but ions. These are ions. So see, negative charge ion moves or travel towards the anode. So see, anode have two initial word An. Okay. So we are writing here An. It is for anode. And which ion traveling towards the anode? Negative charge ion. So that's why we are writing it is An plus ion. So An plus ion equals to anion. Okay, which ion? It is negatively charged ion. So negatively charged ion travels towards the anode. That's why it is called as anion. And in same Another case, we have positively charged ion, and positively charged ions, they travels towards the negatively charged electrode called cathode. CATHOD. See, in cathode we have three initial word CAT, and for positive ion we are writing only ion. Okay, so it becomes cat ion, means cation. So positively charged ions that travels toward the negatively charged electrode means cathode, that's why they are called as cation. And negatively charged ion that travel toward the anode, that's why they are called as anion. So I hope your doubt about the cation and anion is being solved. Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can we define anion and cation? Anion. See, anion are negatively charged electrodes. So we can write here negative charge ions which travel, or we can say which attracts towards anode. Take me little. Towards anode are called as anion. Okay, and what about cation? Positively charged ion, positively charged ions which attracts towards cathode, and cathode is negatively charged ion. Okay, are called as cation. Okay, so this is all about anion and cation. Okay, so after session you have to write down all these things, okay, because these are very, very important. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now we will move further. So we will discuss about the matter. We will discuss about the matter. So what is matter basically?
Particles.
Particles,
Group of particles.
group of particles. Any more idea? Any more idea?
Anything that has mass and takes up space.
Yes, anything that have mass and occupies space are called as matter. Anything. Wait. Anything which have mass and occupies space. Anything which have mass and occupies space are called as matter. Okay, so everything whatever we can observe with our senses are called as matters. Like like I am using the pen. It is also a matter because it has mass and it occupies space also. Okay, I am using this laptop. It is again a matter. Okay, the wall, the house, everything, whatever around us that we can observe with our senses are called as matter. Okay, understood? Matter can exist
Yes.
in solid state, or liquid state. Matter can also exist into gaseous state, and one more we have the next state, which is plasma state, that we have discussed. One more state we have, it is called Bose-Einstein. You know that? Have you heard about
Yes, sir.
Bose-Einstein?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, one Indian scientist, Bose and Albert Einstein, they together made the state.
So what is the Bose-Einstein state?
I exactly don't know, sir.
Okay, okay. So let have discuss little about the Bose-Einstein. It is the fifth state of matter. Okay, it is a fifth state of matter, and it is the hypothetical state, we can say. It is the hypothetical state. We can only think about it. We can only think about it. See, if any substance at 0 Kelvin, you know 0 Kelvin, 0 Kelvin temperature, it is not okay, huh? It is 0 Kelvin. It is 0 Kelvin temperature, or we can write 0 Kelvin temperature, and 0 Kelvin temperature is equals to, it is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, at this temperature all the gases becomes into the solid. This temperature is also called as critical temperature. So at this temperature all the matter they can exist into that particular state. That particular state is called as Bose-Einstein. Okay, at this state, see, this temperature cannot be possible on earth. Okay, that's why it is also called as hypothetical temperature. We can only think about it, minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. We can only think about it. At this state all the matter they exist in the Bose-Einstein state. Okay, so it is, that's why I told you about, it is the hypothetical state of a matter. We can only think about it. Okay, it is not possible on earth. We cannot reduce the temperature of earth up to minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's why it is called as hypothetical state, or it is explained by the Bose and Einstein. That's why it is called as Bose-Einstein state. It is the hypothetical state only. Okay, so we do not have discussed more about it. Okay, so we have main 4 state of a matter, which is solid state, liquid state, gaseous state, and plasma state. Okay,
Sir,
everybody
can you
understood?
explain the plasma state?
They have only discussed about it. There is no proof that they have literature on it or not. It is only the hypothetical value.
And what exactly does it represent?
No, we cannot reduce temperature up to minus 273.15. That's why it is
No,
called
that's the Bose-Einstein state. I'm talking about the plasma state.
plasma state. Plasma state, yes, it can be exist when we will heat the matter at very, very high temperature. The plasma state can
What
exist
happens
only.
then?
See, all the matters, their particles, they get ionized. They acquire charge on them by the loss or maybe gain of electron. So all the particles, they present in ionized form. That particular state of matter is called as plasma state. And this state, they becomes very, very, conductive or conductor for the electricity as well as heat. Okay, we have the basic three state only: solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, this is the plasma state that we do not have in our syllabus, but maybe in higher class we will discuss only about plasma state. Okay, but we have only three basic state: solid, liquid, and gaseous state only. Okay, because at very high temperature it is, we will heat and heat, we cannot continue heat that particular matter, so that they will get ionized. Okay, we had to stop the process also, so it can only exist at very, very high temperature. So it is not a stable state of a matter. Stable state we have only three: solid, liquid, and gas. These are the three stable state. That's why we are discussing. Even in higher classes you will study about only solid, liquid, and gaseous state. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now we will move further about the how matters are formed. Okay, so matters are formed by, the small tiny particles called atom. So we have to discuss about the atom now. So do you have any idea about atom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is atom? What are atoms?
It is basically the smallest particle that is capable of independently living.
Okay, what else?
The smallest indivisible particle.
Yes, we can say it is the indivisible particle. Okay, so have you heard about the Rishi Kanad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, we will start from the Rishi Kanad. Okay, so about 600 BC. 600 BC. What is BC?
Before Christ.
Before
Yes,
Christ.
before Christ means 600 year before Christ. So before Christ means the god of Christians is Isa Masih. When he born, that time is called as Christ time. And before Christ means 600 before, when the Jesus Christ is born, that particular time is called as 600 BC. Okay, 600 BC. Okay, at that time the Rishi Kanad was the Indian saint. Rishi Kanad D. Okay, he is the Indian saint, and he was also a philosopher. He was also a philosopher. See what he has done. He has performed all the activity of the day in his set beneath the tree. Okay, suppose this is the stage for the tree, and Rishi Kanad sat over here. Okay, and one of the leaf from the plant fell on his lap. See, this is the leaf which fell on the lap of the Rishi Kanad, and he hold the leaf and tear down into the two small part. Okay, and he thrown away one part, and another part of the leaf he hold in his hand, and he performed the same activity. He has divided it into the two part again and again, and he reached at that particular situation where he cannot divide that smallest part. Okay, this smallest particle he named as Parmanu. हिंदी समझते सभी को?
हाँ सर, yes.
Yes, sir.